Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday or Halloween for us right now. Chris and I have dressed up, so let me know in the comments who you think I am. When you see Chris, let me know who you think he is, because I don't know what is that me. I was not excited about Chris's costume because I thought he was going to get dressed up. I feel like he left me out here by myself, but that's okay. We're going to talk about Damian Lillard as well. I'm excited to see what you guys think about this, aside from the fact that the man got bars for days. But before we get into all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And now here is the Fumble Squad on this Halloween. You can follow me everywhere at JRay the Fanatic.
Hey, it's boy Chris. You can find me everywhere at CK2K. Mine's easy. Mine's an easy giveaway. You should say like, yeah. We should have knew Chris was going to do that. That was easy, nice and easy. Especially after the Knicks win. The Knicks take first in the East. I have to. I had to do it. I got to come out here as the Knicks #2 fan, Spike Lee. I had to do it.
All right. Well, my Glock said, I asked him to guess what I was in the comments. He said he has no idea. But Weekend Ghetto with Ben Matt. You got it right. I am Wednesday Adams or Wednesday, however y'all want to say it. But that's who I am. That is who I am today. I had no idea that Chris was Spike Lee because I'm used to them medium suits. But Chris says that's new school Spike Lee.
New Spike. Yeah. Nah, that's new Spike. Old Spike always coming in with a different jersey of players that casual fans never heard of. So I got my Patrick Ewing on today, 90 Spike. But yeah, no, new Spike on some suits now, man. Suits, orange brim glasses. Yeah. Nah, I'm old Spike.
All right. Well, happy Halloween, you guys. My Glock says that everybody's in costume at his school. Let us know if you guys are dressing up and what you are going to dress up. Now let's dive into our first need to know news, because I love this. First of all, you guys know that Dame Dollar has bars for days. That man, I love to hear him rap. I have never missed an album that he has dropped, a single that he has dropped. I've never missed it because it's just fire. One of the tests of a true rapper, though, is their freestyle, because then they have to just kind of come off the dome. Usually it's what things they're thinking about, what's in their spirit at the moment. And so he was on, I believe it was 95.5. Is that right? I think it was 95.5, something like that. But it was the local radio station out there, and they asked him to freestyle. We can't let you hear the whole thing. Go to SportsCenter's Instagram if you want to hear the whole thing. They even had to chop it up. Or I think Dame has it on his page as well. His freestyle is fire, but he addressed something that we have been talking about for a long time, and that is, will he or will he not leave Portland? I want you to hear how he addressed it, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Take a listen.
Dame Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Trill. Me not wanting to join the super team might end up being my Achilles heel.
So before we get in, I want to get your thoughts on that. But before we do that, he addressed this whole thing, about this might be his Achilles heel. One of the things he said to start the rap, which I thought was so dope, he said, season 10 coming soon. I still don't like the passion. They wanted me to jump ship, Rip City back in action. Not me. I can't jump around like a pogo, with Melo at the Soho still pulling up from the logo. So it sounds like he kind of missed Carmelo too. But he's basically saying he's not going to be jumping from team to team. That's not who he is. He also addressed reporters saying what he was and was not going to do. He said that they basically were lying. He said the lyric was "F you to reporters that think my homies squealed. That can never be. I ain't connected with a brother that would leverage me. Y'all tweeting information from ecstasy. Turns out they were speaking recklessly." And I think he's talking about Henry Abbott, who, this is from July, says, sources, Blazers star Damian Lillard to request a trade in the days to come. If this surprises you, you haven't been paying attention. So it's like, who are you talking to? Because this is one of the things we heard a lot, was people close to Dame are saying this, people close to Dame, and Dame in that freestyle said that, no, you'll never hear from anybody close to me, which I thought was dope. But Chris, for him to say basically in that he knows this is his Achilles heel, like, that you probably won't get the chip if you stay in Portland because you put it in a rap. Two things. Why say that out loud? Are you basically saying that this is not the organization that can get you that far?
That's a good question. I mean, again, freestyles come from the dome, so maybe he just accidentally let his true thoughts come out in his rap, because that's definitely what could have happened. But I mean, yeah. To me, the whole thing, I thought it was dope. I thought that it made sense for him to freestyle about this, to talk about what he's talking about. Especially, like I said, I feel like he's generally a loyal guy when it comes to the city of Portland. Might not be so much to the team, because I think, like you said, you think there's going to be a trade coming, or after this year, it's finally going to be a wrap with Damian Lillard in Portland. And I don't think that's anything with him wanting to leave. It's just he knows that he wants that next level. He wants to win a championship, even though he dropped that bar in the rap saying otherwise. I'm not buying it past this season. But like I've been saying, when Damian Lillard commits and he stays and he's saying that he's here, he's a part of Rip City, he's a part of the Portland Trail Blazers, he's going to stand by that. So I feel like that's why coming out with this, I don't even know if people are calling it a diss track. I don't think it was a diss track. It was just a freestyle. I thought that it was I thought it was appropriate. I thought it was Damian Lillard. I thought I had no other opinions about it. I was just like, yes. And the fact that he knew what people were going to want to hear by rapping about what people were talking about all summer long, it just makes sense. That's just Damian Lillard. He's just a genius at that, knowing what will get the clicks, what will draw the people in. He's just doing the radio station a favor, as well as pushing the agenda that man has bars. So I thought the whole thing was fire.
So here's the thing that a lot of people don't know about hip hop, even when it's a freestyle, that people do just talk. Half the things that we hear in popular hip hop, people have never done, unless you're Tekashi 6ix9ine. But aside from that, most people have not done anything in their raps that they actually talk about. So is this a bad look for him to say that he's never, basically he's saying, I know this is my Achilles heel, but I'm running it back with Rip City, and then he ends up gone next season?
No, because he's in the right now. I wouldn't take that person like he said long term. Like he's talking about right now. He's talking about what he's been saying. He's staying here. He's here right now. He's on the team right now. So no, I think he can say that because in the time and place in the beginning of this new season, we're only 5 games in. It's true. It's a true statement. So it's not like he's saying that he's gonna be. If he said I'm gonna be here for life or something like that in the bar, then that's a different story. But he's right. He knew that he had opportunities to leave this summer. That he could have pushed the agenda to get traded because there are teams that wanted him. I mean, look, Daryl Morey was over there sitting on his long chair waiting for it to happen, thinking that was going to happen. So I think that it was just an appropriate bar for the right now. So no, if he says that in this bar, plays this season, and then bounces next year, no, I don't think it's a flip flop at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even if it was a flip flop, I wouldn't care. I'm ready for him to go. I need him to be someplace.
Right, even if it was right. right.
It was like I'm in that thin, but I changed my mind. Like I don't care. I'm his level of talent, not go the distance. It's just frustrating to me. I'm ready for him to see that light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't care, even if it is a flip flop. But more of the story is, I saw somebody in the chat says, don't get me started on these freestyles. They're pre-written. I'd like you to pre-write something and come out there and deliver it with such finesse. Either way, I think Dame is his freestyle. I've seen him freestyle before.
I had this whole conversation. I don't want to waste any more time on this, but I had a whole conversation about this on one of my streams months and months ago. I'm going to keep it real brief. When people try and make that slide, and it really pisses me off because I think people try to take away from like Damian Lillard and some of these other guys. When people try to make that slide, it's the same thing as stand-up comedy. Stand-up comics will do shows in bars and places you've never heard of, and they'll say the same joke thousands and thousands and thousands of times, and then you finally see the Netflix special, and that's the first time you're hearing it. But the reason why it hit so hard is because he said it so many times, fine-tuned it, changed it up to get to that point. So, yes, freestyles, I would say, are quote-unquote pre-written, but that's because they'll write a bunch of parts for a bunch of songs that they might not use, but they'll keep those lyrics and use those in those freestyles, and that's why the freestyle comes out the way that it does. Yes, it is from the dome, and yes, it might be somewhat written, but for the most part, it is a combination of all kinds of bars that they've. Because you don't understand, these artists come up with so much music. You know what I mean? They do so much music outside of what you just hear. Damian Lillard has probably tracks on tracks on tracks on backlog outside of the albums that he's released. 2 or 3 of them that he has out. So, I mean, miss me with people always trying to debunk things and trying to point flaws. So can we just give Damian Lillard his props? Like he did it. I think for a freestyle for an NBA player, knowing he got a whole season ahead of him, to go on this station and do this like that. Like, I thought it was dope. Like, it definitely came from the dome. Might have had some lines from other things that he's talked about in the past in private, but we don't know that. So why are we judging them? So I don't know. I feel like it's such a whack argument to try and discredit dudes when they come out with freestyles.
I mean, if you watch the whole thing, I'm going to say some of this might not have been, but I'm going to go ahead and say 80% of this was freestyle, because it wasn't like it followed some sort of, like, you know, his songs are he tells stories in his songs. Right. This freestyle was just what was in his head. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is 75% freestyle, maybe 80%.
Whether it was or wasn't, were you not entertained? Right? That's all I'm saying.
Not entertained?
All right. Come on, Sean.
That's all we got for Need to Know News. Let's take us into this Halloween post-up.
Yes, I got a very spooky poster for you guys today because I agree with Kyle Kuzma on something. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's start off with oh no, that was yesterday. I was about to say let's start off with Russell Westbrook. No, that was yesterday. Today we're starting off with Joel Embiid in his game, his comeback game after being sent to prison from Mitchell Robinson against the Knicks a few days ago. He had his comeback game against the Detroit Pistons, and he played really well in a must-win game. I know it's it's early in the season, but it is must-win because they could have potentially gone under 500. You know the whole Ben Simmons thing, blah, blah, blah. But in the heat of the game, like I said, Joel Embiid was up and down throughout that game, but then he started to catch fire, and after this crazy highlight, he does what typically any NBA player does after a nice dunk or a nice play. He gets crazy with it, and then here comes good old soft referee giving him a technical foul, but his response was hilarious. Here's Joel.
Doesn't get the roll, Embiid the offensive rebound, and the putback. Let him know, Joel.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're not going to call him for a technical after that, are they?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. I'm right there with you, Alla.
I knew about the no-fun league, but now it's starting to come over to this league, too. Oh, my goodness. First of all, that power dribble right there, that's when I knew that something good was going to happen. And that's nonsense. Come on.
And that ref, I don't even know who that referee was. Like I said, that must have been a green referee. Chat, tell me if like, oh, no, that is actually, you can tell me whoever the hell it is. I don't care. That was trash. And even if he did direct it at Luka, it still let it be. Like, that was a dope play. Emotions come out. We talk about all the time with football. But in this instant, at the side angle, it kind of looked like it, but if you see it from that last angle, he ain't even looking at Luka. He's looking at the front row with other Sixers fans. He's getting hyped up. He's following the rules while still getting his emotion on. This man still got a technical. That's such a weak call. For once, I agree with the Philadelphia announcers on something, because that is a garbage call, and I thought that was I don't know. I didn't like it. Wasn't a fan of that. Jackie, I thought you said something, Jackie. Oh, I say quack. I thought you said something, so I was just trying to go touch on it. My bad.
Am I supposed to sing right here? What's happening?
No, I didn't know. I thought I heard you say something. My bad. But yeah, no, bad call. It was trash. I don't know, nothing to add to that. But yeah, move on from that. As we go over to the Warriors and Grizzlies game, which is actually pretty entertaining because it looked like the Warriors had in the bag. The Warriors had started off the season really well. Both point guards on each team, Ja Morant, Steph Curry, are looking like MVP caliber so far within only 5 games. I know it's early, but we got to give him the credit for right now. And Steph Curry started the game. He did his damn thing. He was playing really well, but then Ja Morant took over at the end. But before we don't care about what the game ended. Did y'all see this damn 3? Did y'all see this damn shot by Steph Curry? If you didn't, you need to watch it right now.
Trey knows that. So does Steph. There's the free one.
And look at that face. He didn't even expect it. Steph wasn't even ready for that shot. That's a shot that I take in NBA 2K when there's 2 seconds left on the clock and I need to get a shot up before halftime. There was a whole 10 seconds on the shot clock with 30 seconds left in the quarter. That's Steph Curry's different. I mean, he has a whole highlight film of a lot of these things, but I don't know, man. It was remarkable. I mean,
what happened in the fourth quarter?
That's what I was just gonna say. That was nice though, but that fourth quarter though, he fell apart as Ja Morant took over. And I think I'm sure I cannot remember who it was in our chat that was saying this yesterday or 2 days ago, saying that Ja Morant was gonna get the best of Steph in this matchup, and they kept saying, I'm like, yo, why are you talking about this? This is Grizzlies and Warriors, and he was right.
Yeah. I didn't see that come. And this is an unusual Steph for me, because for him to go, we saw Steve Kerr have to hype him up. You know, I think it was like game 1 or 2, and say, because he wasn't really making shots then. And him having a hard time is one thing, but going completely missing in the fourth quarter is not what I'm used to seeing. So I don't know what's going on with Steph, but y'all need to address it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I'll leave that. We'll talk about that.
We play him, but you know, for everybody else, you might want to.
Yeah, maybe. Just might, for sure. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. I was trying to see if he was going to speak up, but no. Anyways, all right. They're not there. I don't remember who said it. Someone said it. I'm not crazy. Someone said, Ja gonna watch Steph. And I was like, you are crazy. Well, Ja got the better of Steph last night for sure. But now, to the point that I was mentioning. Now, you know I come on here and I'm not really nice to this particular player. But I saw the tweet, and I was like, damn. Yeah, I agree. I'm talking about my man Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma talking about these new rules, and we've said it on this show that we're fans of it. And you know, people are trying to talk about James Harden and this, that, and the third about complaining and their games not being the same. But Kyle Kuzma last night tweeted this out, and he had a game against. Oh Lord, they won. My brain. Oh God, I don't remember. They had a game last night. They won it, and then Kyle Kuzma was talking about game. Today's what? Today's the 29th. This is 28th. And he put this out. Yes. So he was talking about the games he was watching after his game. And he was talking about the new rules change. The new rules changes. What? The new rule changes to the sport are the best thing the league has done in recent history. Watching the game is much different. Now, first of all, the rules changes. You lost me. I didn't see that part. But he's right. I completely agree. Watching these games, like I'm watching other games outside of just my Knicks, except for when the Knicks are playing, then I don't really see what's going on after that. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, it looks more intense. Defense is actually being rewarded. Players can't be flailing all around the court getting calls at least the entirety of the game. So I'm with Kyle Kuzma, but of course the talk of this entire week has been James Harden and his game falling off because of him not getting fouls. And then now Damian Lillard is only averaging 17 points per game. And is it because of the referees and the new calling? And I told you it was going to come, but it was really silent. But now it's coming to light. Trae Young, because Trae Young is not having a great outing right now too, because he's not getting those failing calls as well. So if I can get the next tweet up where we can see all the quotes and everything going around. This one's saying, I saw James Harden said it's about him, but it's not targeting just one player or two players. Damian Lillard never averaged 17 points probably since his rookie year, and this is Trae Young talking about the new fouls. I told you it was coming. Trae Young was upset. Now, it was behind the scenes because, the Hawks were doing okay in the first few games, but Trae Young's stats were up and down through just the same as James Harden, maybe not to the same extent. But Trae Young is known to get to the free throw line, and he's not getting to the free throw line like that anymore. So he was visibly very upset. And to that, I say this. Okay, run the next tweet. Trae Young and James Harden complaining about the new rules 5 games of the season as the Knicks sit at 4-1. Yeah, I wish I had my mug. I'll be sitting right there with my man. All right, let me move on to the next one. Shout out to the little man because he knows exactly how I'm feeling. But yeah, but before we move on, though, seriously though, Jackie, I told you Trae Young was going to come out and say something about it. I knew Trae Young was going to get frustrated. It was going to be a matter of time, and he had a whole minute and a half post game talking about it. You could see he was really upset. He was sitting there like this, and he was talking like this, so you can barely hear what he's saying, but he was really upset about it. But I don't know if you changed up on me, but we like the rule. We like the rule. We think it's good for the league. But for players like Trae Young, Damian Lillard, James Harden, do you think? I know we talked about James specifically, but for like Damian Lillard and Trae Young, do you think that this is something that they're going to have to adjust to? Because these are point guard players that are accustomed to getting those 3-point calls and getting a lot of foul calls. Or do you think the NBA is going to fold because more players are probably going to start saying the same thing that Trae Young said, like bringing up points like Damian Lillard not averaging a lot of points? That's not good for the league and other kind of things. Do you think the NBA is going to fold, or do you think that they're going to stick their ground and make the players suck it up and deal with it?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. I think people are going to start making adjustments to the point where maybe the refs don't have to call it as much, and then sometimes it's going to be very inconsistent. I feel like in the next month or two, you and I are going to be talking about maybe a game where they call it one way, they don't call it another. They call it 2 times over here, they don't call it at all over here. It's going to just become really inconsistent as players start to adjust to this, and then the calls aren't necessary as much. And then the one time somebody does do it, they're going to let it go, or they're going to call it, it's just going to be, it's going to be a hot mess, which still takes me back to what I said before. The refs are still getting a lot of calls wrong, like that technical on Joel Embiid. They're getting a lot of calls wrong. And while I do agree with this, and I think this is the right call to make, I still think you gotta retrain these refs entirely before you start introducing new calls for them to make anyway.
New rules. Okay.
Because of that, I just don't think it's going to work as well as people had hoped.
Yeah. And Zen brings up a good point. And this goes for James Harden as well. And again, it's still early. I said it yesterday, and Jack, you said the same thing, that they're going to figure it out. It's still James Harden and now Damian Lillard. They're going to figure it out. It's not going to stay at this level all season long. But Zen brings up a good point, saying Dame intentionally jumps back into players for fouls. He can't do that anymore. It's him, James Harden, Trae Young, all these guys do the same thing. But the second one you said still doesn't explain the shooting woes. Precisely. Yes, you're not getting to the free throw line as often. I get that, but that has nothing to do with your shooting numbers. That is a Damian Lillard, a Trae Young, and a James Harden problem, not a referee problem. So I agree. Like, they can complain and make it about the refs, but the shot numbers aren't. They can't control that. That's you out there shooting. They're not playing 2K. So I agree with you on that one for sure, Zen. I don't know. I agree with you. I hope that they don't fold, but I think that there might be a bit of both, because if some of these referees ruin it for the rest of us and keep calling those Kevin Love fouls, but you're not calling them for the superstars and other big players, then it's going to end up folding, and then everybody's just going to get the calls all over again.
Kevin Love a superstar? Is that where we are? Kevin Love's a superstar?
No. I'm saying that if Kevin Love is going to get that call, but other superstars are not getting the call, then it's going to be a problem, is what I was saying.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah.
Where
No. Kevin Love ain't been a superstar since he was in Minnesota. I'm sorry. No. Stop. My bad. But moving on to the next one, we're going to football, because we did have a game last night, and there was a bit of an awkward moment that came out of it. And again, I was doing post game, so I didn't get to see the entire game, so I missed this moment. I guess it came at the end of the game, but I was doing Knicks post game, so I missed it. But I went on Twitter after, and I'm just seeing what's it called? Troy Aikman daddy was trending on my Twitter. I'm like, the freak? What? Why is that trending? Well, I guess this moment happened in the game. I would love for context. I don't know if you was watching the game, but this moment happened in the middle of the game where Troy Aikman called Joe Buck daddy, I guess.
Preston, come on, daddy. Preston, come on, daddy. Preston, come on, daddy.
Wait a minute. I vaguely remember this.
So was he talking about the play, or was he actually talking to Joe Buck?
I vaguely remember, because when it's not my game, I don't really pay attention. But I do remember Troy talking about something that was happening on the field, and then he said, "Yeah, okay, come on, daddy." And it was supposed to be a joke. I don't think he was calling Joe Buck daddy, though.
For sure, for sure.
Saying a phrase about something that happened on the field, because I do remember hearing it, and I'm going, what did he say? But then I was like, oh no, he's talking about
what did he say? Yeah, no, that's for sure. But at the same time, Troy Aikman, the internet is a thing. They don't care what the context is. People going, you see how we just loop that over and over and over again? Yeah, that's it. It's a reference, because I didn't know the context. So this is me. I was introduced to it from that clip. So I'm like, oh no, Troy. Oh no, bro. Yeah, it was trending on. I was looking at all these different memes, and I was just like, what is happening right now? Oh, okay. But I figured it was something innocent.
Time. No.
Yeah. It's the internet, man. Internet is undefeated. Never lost. That's what I should dress up as LeVar. I ain't got no triple B's. God. Yeah, okay. Next year. It's all right.
Like, would you gonna commit?
Well, I don't know what to do about the I don't know what to do about the beard. You can get like I could have got like I don't know. Maybe like a brown do-rag that could have kind of meshed with a little bald. I don't know. You're right. We'll figure it out. I got a year to figure it out. I'll try and figure out how to be LeVar Ball next year. But anyways, yeah, Troy Aikman. Yeah. Look, welcome to the internet, bro. If you didn't have memes before, you definitely got this meme right now, and it's gonna be riding until the game starts on Sunday. And it's probably gonna be brought back a few times throughout the regular NFL season. Now, last but not least, we love to show some crazy clips on the last clip here on Post Up. This one right here, is beyond crazy. We showed probably the greatest highlight of all time yesterday. This one right here, when I show you this kid deadlifting this bar at 17 years old, looking like the damn Hulk, I couldn't believe it the first time I saw it. Here's the video.
I believe this would be an all-time PR for him as well.
17.
Maybe. I'm excited for JJ. Come on, brother. Pull.
Let's go, JJ.
Come on, we need the speed. Jesus. Oh, we love to see it. We love to see it.
Here we
Come on. Come on, JJ. Come on.
Work it out.
Is that it?
Let's see.
We love to see that.
Yo, get them some mics.
Right, them mics is terrible.
God.
But how much is that?
Oh shoot, I had it. Hold on. Give me. I got it. Hold on. Give me. 683 pounds. 683 pounds. Damn near a full 700. 683. Jackie Ray at 17. 17 years old. That's crazy. But yeah, get them some microphones.
That's when you say, "Okay, Daddy." Like that's when you say that. You don't say that and like. This is what Troy Aikman was thinking about this moment in time. Like you say to whatever to that kid.
Troy Aikman never says "Come on, Daddy" ever again. Okay, because
his mom, like if you better do blah blah blah. Oh really? Do I need to do that?
Right.
Like I can throw you. No, Mom. Like that's
I can throw you out.
I'm trying to think how many of me is that? That is my 4.5 of me, something like that. Is that right? I weigh 135 pounds.
So there you go. Yeah, maths. Yeah.
He said,
so he's throwing you out the window 4 times? That's what you're saying?
Like he could probably boomerang me. Like just make me spin back.
Oh no, but to be doing that at 17, bro, like I was wearing at 17 years old, man, I was a string bean at 17. So to see this, nah, man, nah. This beard, non-existent, bro. There was hair here, and maybe a hair here. I look, and he's doing all this at 17, built like the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, nah, you can have that, bro. That's impressive. 683 pounds.
Myles Garrett sitting somewhere right now, like y'all better drug test that kid.
No, right. I gotta bring the shirt out. I'm telling him to get his shirt. Drug test him because we gonna get my man 17. We gotta get little 17 over here, and also get this school some microphones. When I listened to it originally, there was no sound.
Just because that was a lot. I had to take my headphone out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too. I was like this. Yeah, nah, man. Anyways, that's not what I not gonna do. It's what I could not do. But Jackie Ray, can you tell us what we not gonna do on this fine Friday going into Halloween?
Yes, let's get into this. Kevin, are you in the chat? I don't know if I've seen you, but Kevin Lang, I'm trying to tell you right now, you might not like this one because I think you just don't like New England as a whole. But we've got to give Bill Belichick all kinds of props. I think it explains a lot, at least for me. We'll see what you guys think in a minute. But so Seth Wickersham is writing a book. The book he's written a book. It's called It's Better to Be Feared. And it's about Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots, things of that nature. And in the book, he says that Bill Belichick, out of his own pocket, would pay coaches under the table for going above and beyond the call of duty and doing more than he expected them to do. So in the book, he talks about how they often have to work 19-hour days, and that Bill Belichick isn't shy about criticizing players and coaches who kind of want to tap out and don't want to put in that work. And then he has a phrase for them. This phrase was great. He's got 2 nicknames for low-level staffers, PhDs, and that stands for poor, hungry, and driven. I got to start using that, but that's great. And then 2020 for young coaches making just $20,000 per year. So that's crazy to me. When you think about the NFL, we always think about when you make it to the NFL, even as a coaching staff, you've kind of made it. But no, there are people that are making just $20,000 a year. So Bill Belichick has written them checks, handed them what he calls green balls, but it's like just wads of money that he hands them when they go above and beyond the call of duty. For me, this explains so much, because I've always wondered how players, when they're in New England, they seem to do really, really well, even though you kind of know they're just, so-so, and then they go somewhere else, and then you see, yeah, no, they really are so-so. But when you have staff members that aren't being paid well, but they feel good about going into work, y'all need to take this as a lesson. I saw this lady that she makes Spanx, as she went out and then gave everybody $10,000, everybody in the company an extra $10,000, because she knows that it's because of them that she got to where she is. When I tell you, especially for those of y'all who are in school, being in a work environment where you feel you are appreciated is how you get employees and staff members that stay a long time, because it's hard to find that, just unless you own your own company. And then even then you might be that person that you're not providing a good work environment for people, but it's very hard to find that. So to know, and that maybe it's just me, I am so surprised by this, because Bill Belichick does not strike me as the nicest guy. He doesn't strike me as a mean guy, but he strikes me as the kind of guy that just doesn't talk. He's going to do what he does. You do what you do. You better do what he wants you to do. Otherwise, you're out of there. But to give people like these incentives and to let them know, hey, we're a family here. We're going to ride together. I know I make way more than all of you guys combined, and I'm going to help you guys out because you're out here poor, hungry, and determined. So I think this is super dope. What I'm not going to do is miss this opportunity to say, Bill Belichick, that was a GOAT move. I appreciate you. I did not know that. But I love this tweet as well, because they also says he writes checks. Look at his face, though. Bill Belichick will give underpaid Patriots coaches wads of cash called green balls. Y'all thought I was making it up. I wasn't just making it up. That would sometimes be worth up to thousands of dollars. He would also write personal checks to staffers who had overperformed, sometimes up to 6 figures. What I'm not going to do is miss this opportunity to tell Bill Belichick, that is some GOAT-like behavior, sir. Well done. You still a cheater, but this is why people cheat for him, because he pays well.
Right. Yes. Right.
So that is why.
You got it.
Explains everything. Chris, what do you think about this?
I just love. I didn't know Bill Belichick was a guy that what's it called, a word simplifier or a language simplifier. That's why I call him. Where they need to find ways around the language. Like he got his own little abbreviations, cash balls. Hey boy, take this cash ball. Like you mean? Can I have some money? Like no, take the cash ball. Oh, green ball. It's even worse. Green ball. That's even worse. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. That's the part. That was my favorite part of the entire story. But yeah, man, how you think that these guys are willing to cheat for him? Because he out here tossing green balls like Tom Brady when he was on the Patriots. Yeah, man, that makes sense. It all comes together. No, it's dope though. It is dope. Let me not take away from the moment. It is a dope moment. But yeah, I've learned more now. I understand why everyone's like, yeah, no, we didn't cheat. No, we didn't do it, when they know they did it.
Like, yeah, I definitely didn't cheat. You gonna give me another 6 figures? No, we definitely didn't do that. For sure. All right, green you guys. Just to recap, I am Wednesday Adams. Chris is Spike Lee. Y'all go ahead and let it. Spike Lee. You do the right thing, Spike Lee. No, that's after do the right thing. Okay, when
Yeah, right. No, do the right thing. 90s. Yeah, you're right. I gotta be in character. Orange and blue skies, Knicks fans. 4-1. We in the top of the East. Let's go. I almost did 3 to the dome, but we don't have Carmelo Anthony anymore. You can.
We're done. Bye. That was.